Hello everybody. So today I'm going to talk about a fruit that is not that uncommon. I'm sure you've probably seen this or tried this yourself, but what I'm going to do today is a little bit different. I'm going to try different levels of ripeness of this fruit. So it'll give a little bit of a different experience than just going to the store and buying one. And I was given this opportunity by Kimberly and Michael. So Kimberly and Michael, thank you so much for sending this to me. This is going to be a fun one to try. So I've gotten a lot of criticism over my pronunciation of certain fruit names. So for this one, I really made sure to get this right. I watched some pronunciation videos on this one. I can say without a doubt, this is pronounced Carambola. Carambola. Also known as Starfruit. Although I have never had Carambola before on this channel, I have had a relative of it, a different species known as the bilimbing. And the bilimbing is something that is used in Southeast Asian cooking. It's used as like a souring agent. This fruit, by the way, does also come from Southeast Asia, but this is usually used as a eating out of hand fruit. Although there are, I think, some sour varieties of it that can be used in a similar way to the bilimbing. The tartness in sour varieties of this and the bilimbing, I've read, can actually be used to take rust off metal. That's how powerful it is. And bilimbing is like getting kicked in the teeth. It's a very strong sourness. I'm curious if eating an unripe variety of the starfruit is going to have like a similar kind of sourness to it rather than the sweetness that you would expect. One thing about Carambola that is kind of interesting is that this is something you do not want to eat if you have any kind of kidney disease. It can cause a whole slew of problems if you have kidney problems. It can even kill you if you're not careful, if you have too much of this thing. So if you have kidney troubles, guys, don't eat this thing. It's got a toxin in it called caramboxin, and that will mess you up. Starfruit also can interfere with some medications. So if you're on a medication and your doctor told you not to eat grapefruit juice, that's because of a certain compound that is in grapefruits that can interfere with some medications. So starfruit also has that compound. So if you eat starfruit, it's also a problem. So be careful with that. I've got 3 levels of starfruit that I'm going to try. This is an unripe one. When I got this in the mail from Kimberly and Michael, it was completely green, but I left it on my counter for a day and it turned like half yellow. So it's maybe not perfectly unripe, but it is much more unripe than the other 2 that I have. Then I had one that is very ripe. Now this was allowed to ripen on the tree all the way yellow and beyond. So this actually has a brown blush to it. It's not brown like it's gone bad, it just has like brown speckles on it because it is matured. And I think when you get it from a supermarket, it's actually picked green and then allowed to ripen at room temperature. So it normally doesn't get to this point. So this is probably even more interesting than trying the green one, is trying one that has ripened on the tree. And finally, I got a store-bought one. And this one, I'm guessing, was picked green and then allowed to ripen. This one is a little bit brown around the edges, as a lot of them, as supermarkets tend to be, because they get knocked around a bit. So I'm going to try this as kind of a control to see how this tastes compared to the other 2. These are very likely a different cultivar than this. This I know is the Kari cultivar, maybe it's Kari cultivar. This supermarket cultivar, I have no idea what this is. So let's try the normal supermarket variety first. Even though I got it from the supermarket, and it looks like it's been hit by a truck, still tastes really good. Sweetness on that is more than an apple. It's probably a 6 out of 10. The tartness on that is maybe a 4 out of 10. It's around the tartness of an orange, probably a little bit less. So yeah, it's good. The flavor of the carambola is a little bit difficult to describe. It is a little bit like grape, but not really. It's a little bit like oranges, or like another type of like mild citrus, maybe a little like pomelo or something, but not really. and it's got a little bit more of like something like aromatic in there, like vanilla. So it has like qualities of those three things, but each one of those qualities is like a little off. So it's not like any one of those things. If you're gonna take orange juice, vanilla, and grape juice and mix it together, it would not taste like the Carambola, but it would be similar. Next, I'm going to try the very ripe Carambola, and Kimberly and Michael said that this variety is a little bit milder than the supermarket type, so I'm expecting this to be kind of a little less flavorful than the one that I just had. But let's see how it's different. Oh, yeah. You know those three qualities I gave you? The orange is less. The vanilla is more. The grape is about the same. But also has a little bit of a spice to it, a little bit like cinnamony. Yeah, it's good. It is milder. The flavor is milder, and it's also different. It's not as sour. I'd give it a 2 out of 10. Sweetness is I'd say it's about the same. It's really juicy, but it doesn't have as much of a crisp to it. Like the supermarket kind has like a little bit of a crisp to it. This one is more succulent, kind of like melts in your mouth when you eat it. Not soft really, but kind of like dissipates in a different way. Yeah, that's good. And finally, let's try the unripe one. The extra ripe one and the unripe one are like night and day. This has more in common with the supermarket variety because it has more of that grape taste. It's a little bit of that orange taste and that vanilla taste. So it tastes similar to the supermarket variety. However, it is more sour. I'd say it's a 5 out of 10. It's got a little bit of like a grassiness to it, but not really in a negative way. It's like a little green tasting. And the sweetness, less. I'd say it's like a 2 out of 10 on sweetness. All three of these are good. They all taste nice. The very ripe one, the very unripe one, and the kind of middle of the road supermarket variety. I wouldn't prefer one over the other either. I can see just like having these in a fruit basket and just like eating them, you know, randomly and each time getting a different flavor that is equally good. So I think that's about it. So once again, thank you so much, Kimberly and Michael, for sending this to me, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. I want to give a special shout out to AltPod and Smarter Every Day. They are mega patrons over on patreon.com. Patreon is how this channel happens. It's how I can afford to do all the things that I do. So if you want to help me out by supporting the channel and getting some bonuses along the way, check out the description. I also have these shirts for sale. Those are in the description as well. See you next time. Bye.